Alright, so normally in these instances, I'd probably do some kind of an intro, but I don't feel like it. So it's been long enough to where I don't feel like doing that, so I'm not going to do that. Today we're going to be trying out Prison of Husks. To be fair, I have launched this, I played a little bit of it, and I immediately was like, I'm going to stop because I want to make a video about it. So here we are. I'm not going to explain too much about why I decided to make a video. Just going to do that. First off, I love this. This is a very great shot. It reminds me of like Dark Souls, you know, which is good. I know obviously that's what they're going for is the Souls. Like, I just wish that it went on a little bit longer, or maybe there was a second scene in there. Like, you get the first wide shot of the scene, and then maybe a second shot from in there where that character is, kind of foreshadowing that I'm going to have to speak to that character. Or maybe even some kind of light coming through specifically to make me look out there, to something to let me know that the character's out there. The first time I played it, I was a little confused running in circles. It didn't take that long, and it's not like it will take anyone that long to know that that is there. What got me to look was the sound. So clearly the sound is not even coming from the character. It's coming from back there. So my game has seemingly got extremely silent. So I guess the I don't have control over the separate volumes, so sorry about that. But apart from that, like, it's not a big gripe. I just think that would be going forward a good storytelling perspective to take in to cue the character in on what's coming next. The controls so far feel pretty good. This part right here feels a little muddy. I don't know, it feels like I'm walking in the mud, which I get, you know, you're trying to slow the character down when there's a prompt on their screen. That's fair. It just feels a little muddy. I don't know if there's any kind of way, like, I don't have a solution to that, but there might be another way, kind of a thing. Cell key. Alright. Obviously the sound will need some revising when it comes around. Again, this being probably extremely early. Love the aesthetic. I think the idle animation maybe can use something. It's just the arms, honestly. The rest of it's great. The arms look like they're a little confused. That could be because I don't have a weapon yet. We'll see about it. But I like the level design. It's great. Like, if you look at this alone, this looks like passing the Undead Burg to the churchish area near Sin's Fortress and Andre. This gives me that, you know, right above Darkroot Basin and Garden. I do not have a weapon. I have also just woke up, but this is what I wanted to do, so I woke. Forgive my blandness right now, but. Oh, I also noticed the last time I did play a little bit, the lock-on camera gets a little broken when the enemy is behind a wall. I don't. I go here? Yes, okay. But yeah, when you locked on to an enemy behind a wall, instead of the camera kind of just nudging itself out, it likes to get caught. Doesn't seem like it does that when it's not locked on. It seems like when it's not locked on, it does the thing that you'd expect it to do. And move back up here, but for some reason the lock-on one likes to get caught. So that'll be something to kind of look at when going forward. How do I parry, actually? Is that a... I actually don't know how to... Oh. Red ribbon. Yeah, I don't... is that a... Is that in the game yet, or is that... Let's see. Aesthetic-wise, this game is... It's great. I love this menu. Wonderful. This UI here. You can kind of see the edges. I'm not gonna lie, where the UI go. If you look up there at the 3, 4, that is not like a nitpick. That's not a complaint. That's just if that's not something you wanted to be able to notice, you can notice it a little bit there. The box where the camera for the UI is. Oh. Hey, hold on. That confused me. Hold on. Block counter. Block attack plus. I don't really get what that one's going for, but maybe that's just me. But I love it. It's great. It feels like it has enough of its own personality that it's completely fair to exist as it exists. Because a lot of people complain that like a Souls-like is just, it's a soulless, no pun intended, blatant ripoff. Like, you know, sometimes it can be, and maybe that's more of like it's an homage to the original. But this feels like it has enough of its own stuff and personality going on that it literally could just be its own entire game, and I'm down for it. You know, I don't really know how on board I am with the AP with the health, but I like the idea of the system. It's its own thing. It's its own personality. I like that. That's pretty cool. So obviously there's no complaint there. Again, it's super early, it seems, into its development. So it's like, you know, it has so much time to be fleshed out and worked out. I ain't gonna lie. When I previously got up to this point, I didn't realize it said find a lever, and I just smacked it till it fell. I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to do. Scarlet Flask. I like the way we go about having this flask here. I don't know if you intend on making this like an Estus where it'll come back when you use the mirrors. I also don't know if the enemies are intended to not come back when you use the mirrors, but they don't seem to right now. Not a big deal. I'm just not sure if that's, you know, something planned for the future or not. I'm sure that's an obvious thing that you know. That is a word for the developer, obviously, not the viewer, whatever you want to call it. Now we can go fight these enemies, so let's go do that, and I will give an example of that camera catching when I get the opportunity. Locked. I can't lock on. What's happening? Oh, there we go. That was weird. So when I get behind this wall, you'll notice the camera. Oh my. It catches, for sure. Oh, cool. We got criticals in there. Nice. It felt good, too. It felt really good. That was a good, it's a good, like, critical strike. Good, what do you call those? You hit these? Oh. Nice. I just, my soul's knowledge was like, you know what? Illusion Wall. Well done. Well done. I'm telling you, the aesthetic and the art style, I love it. I love the aspect ratio to feel more like a PS1 game. Nailed that. Also, we got some clipping geometry here, it seems. Yeah. Not a big deal, especially in a game that's supposed to look like this. A little bit more there. I don't want to go that way. It feels like death. Oh. Let me try out, like, the timed. Oh my god, I forgot the camera gets caught. Anxious. Oh, wow. That's not like a, it won't, it just is me. Oh. Well, that was really stupid of me. That was such a waste. Oh well. I want to know where this goes. Is that another dead end? I don't know what's going on with the geometry right here. This just seems to be misplaced. Seems like it's a fallen block or something that just kind of has gone through the wall. I also like the framing here. Not specifically these windows, but the fact that you can look down there and you know that's the boss, right? Like, you know, you're trying to get through this area so you can get down to that boss to get through that door without any narrative or anything. That's something you just know looking over there. Really good level design, generally, when you see something like that. I still know not about a lever, so I'm gonna knock this cage down again. I feel like an idiot doing this. Come here. Oh. I think I see that lever. I think... Oh boy. It has been a really long time since I recorded anything, and on top of that, the last things I recorded, I believe, were on my... What was that thing called? Twitch Studio? So, I'm back on OBS. I don't know how this is gonna play out in the end, but again, I just wanted to record this because, I started playing this and I was like, you know what, this is a thing that I want to do like a little review of. So I like the character design. It's really cool. I like the idea characters kind of being like dolls instead of undead. It just reminds me a little bit of which I'm sure is probably the inspiration with the doll from Bloodborne. But take that, make that the protagonist kind of situation. Pretty cool. The color palette, great. Obviously, as game progresses and new areas start coming along, obviously you want to have your color palette moods to go with your area. So you're going to want like a lava area. You're going to want a green kind of area. You're going to want like maybe a black and white, not saturated kind of abyss type of area, you know, where it just gets rid of the color. The palette's great so far. I like that. This is red. Draws you to it. Makes you think of like health. Maybe makes you think of blood. You know, either way. A very Silent Hill. Silent Hill 2 especially. The little squares. And also just a neat way of making a bonfire. I like it. I don't know where it's going narratively because, you know, I don't know that yet. But I imagine my mind kind of jumps to Bloodborne. When you sit at the lantern, you go to the hunter's dream. My mind kind of envisions you look into this mirror and it takes you to like the doll dimension, like a central hub or something. But what I'll say about that, and that's kind of leading into the area of fast travel. Once you start making more levels, this can be linear. It doesn't need fast travel. So to anyone who's going to probably shut that down and say, I want fast travel, it doesn't have to be fast travel. I enjoy the walking in Dark Souls 1 and not having fast travel immediately and not being able to fast travel to every location. I like having, you know, important locations this year. So obviously the boss seems to not be like quite finished. I mean, if it is, I'll take that as a rose. It just seems like the animations need a little polishing, that's all. The attack patterns and the character generally, cool. I like it. Good. Like I said, I think just the animations can use a little smoothing in on that one, but the arena, cool arena. The lead up was honestly kind of worth it. I like the lead up, it was great. I think the boss should have had a little bit more health, you know, let that drag on. And if you're going to do music, obviously boss music is a thing. This would be a good time to have it. I'm not gonna tell you what kind of music. I'm gonna let you do your thing with that, you know, let you cook. Hey guy that I accidentally knocked off the ledge. Poops. Chapel key. Hey. Oh, the lever won't budge, sorry. Oh. It's fixed now, don't worry about it. But yeah, so the lighting, the color, the atmosphere generally, pretty good mood. What I would also maybe look into doing for the atmosphere in general too, maybe play around with some fogs. I'm not talking Silent Hill type of fog, but you know, older games did like to have fog a lot. Games that had like this aesthetic, or at least areas that were kind of foggy. So it'd be something worth looking into. Excuse me? Oh, this is the... I see. You know? Remember how I was saying that thing about bosses and music? Yeah, I completely forgot the thing about a boss bar, health bar. which clearly this has the music and the bar, so shame on me for speaking so stupidly. I like the music so far, pretty good. Yeah, it takes some stamina when you get hit by those. No! You died. I do think there should be some kind of sound cue upon death, just to kind of signify to the player, no, like, for real, you're dead. The best way I can think of that is, just like, you know, the old PS1 era days when you're playing something and you keep dying or you keep failing and you just keep getting that one sound effect that makes you so mad because you're like, I keep dying and I have to keep here. So, you know, the equivalent of the Dark Souls death noise, I'll play that here. Okay, let's run this back, buddy. Permeates within the LD. Pigment permeates within the... Was that supposed to say doll? Pigment permeates within the doll? Am I stupid? Did I not read that? I don't know, man. I just woke up, but I swear that said LD. I do think, though, what I was saying earlier about if the boss was right here, you know, have that build-up, lead up to it, but, still paid off the way that it was, so, hey, again, not a complaint, and this character lived up to its thing. I would still probably try to make it a little bit more difficult for this character, even though it's not a boss. But that's just me. That's just me. Oh, never mind, I was not the first person game, I'm just dumb. I was too busy looking at the LD thing, I didn't even notice I got the key, I ain't gonna lie. Oh, we get a cutscene too? Look at that. Wonderful. Great. Good game. I support it. I'll buy it when it comes out. Or, you know, whenever. I'll keep my eye on that. As for a little bit more on the sound design, because there's times it's a little bit more silent. Some enemy noises, reaction noises to damage or to landing an attack, just so you can feel that extra, that punch to it. Character in Dark Souls, let's say one gets hit, they make the, you know, but also you hear the whoosh, you know, but then there's also like a punch in the bottom, like a all in one though, and you get that with like the visual cue of like blood or whatever, and your character staggers, so you get like that full effect that you have been hit. And again, this is early, so it's probably planned. It might not be, it might not even, you know, it might not even be part of your vision. You don't have to do it. That's not me to speak on that. I think it would be a good addition, for sure. Whatever you want to go with, I think that'd be great. With a small impact effect and a small visual effect. So visually, I see that I hit them. Audibly, I can hear that I hit them. And vibration, the controller or whatever, tactile, I can feel that I hit that enemy. To know that I really hit it, so I'm feeling it with all my senses. So it makes me feel like I hit that enemy. So that's gonna be my final note there. But great game, loved it. I probably spent a little bit more time on it than I should have. But I wanted to give it its full time. And I'll be looking into this if more later updated versions come out, new areas or something, I'll definitely come back and give it another run. But I really just wanted to kind of make a video that I could maybe, link to the dev or whoever and let them hear my thoughts. So, we are wrapping it there.